Hello everyone, Dead Insights here, and I've been doing some thinking. I've been thinking back to my early 20s and all the mistakes I made along the way. And a couple of years ago, I came across this quote, and I feel like if I'd heard it early in my 20s, I would have put myself in a better position in my life. And that quote is, "In life, you get what you tolerate." Now, people often hear the phrase, "you get what you deserve in life." But I think "you get what you tolerate" is powerful because it means that we have a choice. Now, we can speak about this in multiple ways. Maybe you're unhappy in a relationship. Are you unhappy with your job? Are you not where you want to be health-wise? I think whatever's going on in your life, to some extent, you are where you are because you've tolerated it. Now, of course, at times in life, we all get dealt difficult hands and there's tough moments. But I think that everyone has some times in their life where, they've tolerated a situation or tolerated a relationship or friendship with someone. In my case, it was in my late teens to early 20s. I was with my first girlfriend, and of course, you're so young and naive that you don't know what's normal in a relationship. And at that time, the girl I was with was super into doing hard drugs to take her mind off the depression that she was in, and it was just this never-ending cycle. And I thought that, what, I can fix this girl, I can help her, and all I need to do is make her happy and everything will be fine. Of course, that wasn't the situation, and she was just in my bedroom doing these hard drugs, and I would sit there and watch her and be like, why can't I make her happy? And I just never set the boundaries, and I never communicated how it made me feel. So I allowed that to happen. I tolerated that kind of behavior. So if someone in your life treats you poorly, it's because you're allowing it and you're tolerating that way of being treated. And it's so easy for us to sit there and blame others, but why I love this quote so much is that it brings it back round to what we can control. So say in your life you have a friend or partner that's treating you poorly. It's so easy for us to point the finger at them and say, oh, they need to change, they're like this, and it's all about them and they have to change their ways. Well, if we're talking about getting what we tolerate in life, then we need to think that we are allowing this to happen. If we can turn around and say, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate this situation anymore, and the way this person treats me, I need to do something about it, then all of a sudden we can control the situation and we can change instead of relying on someone else to change their ways. So, of course, we just talked about the relationship side of things there as an example, but maybe you're at a job where you're unhappy with how much money you earn at the moment. And let's say like you've not had a pay increase for a while, then it's because we're allowing ourselves to be okay with that, and we are okay with that. Sometimes we're saying to other people, well, it's their fault for the reason I'm not getting a pay rise, instead of looking at ourselves. And I think this sounds harsh because it's a really difficult concept to accept, as it means, we have to look at ourselves, and change happens from within. You have to look at yourself and think, I need to change, and I need to do something different in order to change the thing that I'm not satisfied with. Now, of course, change is not a comfortable thing, even if it's good. Like, sometimes in life we can get really comfortable with who we are and really comfortable with our surroundings until it comes to a point where something starts bothering us, and a lot of the times we don't do anything until we just can't tolerate it anymore. So think of it from like a professional sports person's aspect. Let's take a tennis player, for example. Maybe they're not getting the results they need, and they need to make a change to their serve because they're not holding their serve enough. So they're going to change the action of their serve, and at first it's so uncomfortable and so difficult for them, but over time it starts to feel more familiar, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, the work you've put in is become normal. And it's the same with life. First, change will be uncomfortable, And then after you've done it a few times, it starts to become more familiar and more comfortable. So come away from this video today and think to yourself, what are you no longer willing to tolerate in life anymore? Maybe it's someone treating you bad, or maybe it's your job. I just really like this quote a lot, as it helps me give a different perspective on life and situations. It just makes me think of current areas of my life that I'm not happy with, and then I can work towards solutions and I can work towards changing that. You know, maybe it's time for you to cut some people out of your life. Maybe you've been tolerating some people that have been using you for too long. And you know, time is short, and you know, it goes by fast. So we have to make the most of the time and not waste our time tolerating things that don't make us happy. Anyway, guys, that will be it for today's video. Let me know if this helps you at all, or let me know any other topics you want me to cover. And yeah, you do you, and please subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.